Friends, we have a surprise guest, I would say, who has been able to join us to make some remarks for our 10th anniversary conference here. We're thrilled to be able to introduce to you a friend of the center, a friend of Baruch College, and I would say too, a friend of people with disabilities throughout New York City. Manhattan Borough President Gale Brewer is here to share some comments with us.
Thank you very much. With all due respect to David Birdsell and all the wonderful people here, I'm only here for one person, and that's Dr. Karen Gorgie. I want you to know that, just like we all are. She and I we've been on the Staten Island ferry together. We've been lots of places looking to see if the APSs work. But it's really an honor to be, and I know I'm late, but so I'll be very brief to say that that presentation on technology was phenomenal. And of course, one of the issues in government that is not done is I know that many government websites are not ADA accessible. And that's another issue that we all have to work on. And I also loved when Tom mentioned that the cable companies don't compete. So that might be good for their working on accessibility, but it ain't good for us to have to pay those goddamn prices, how expensive they are. Just an aside. So there are just a few things that we've been working on in the Borough President's office in Manhattan. First of all, just because of Karen's work in the past and your work in the past, we continue to try to get the APSs, which are, of course, the accessible pedestrian signals. It's never enough. It's too slow. I'm sure there are people here or will be from DOT, but we really need to push on that, and it's not something that I think we have conquered. So just let you know, we started it. We have legislation. We have more legislation, but we're not done. Number two, the issue of curb cuts. Now, we did with our office a survey from the bottom of the Broadway all the way to the top. And needless to say, we found that fewer than 10% were fully compliant. Far too many lack warning strips. Sometimes curb cuts were simply missing entirely. And I don't need to say that this is a danger for anybody who's blind, but also a danger for anybody in the city of New York, older, anybody. So we need to get DOT on that case. I know that you'll hear a lot about Access-A-Ride from your program. I have been hearing about Access-A-Ride for the last, I don't know how many years. I don't know how many hearings I've been to. And I appreciate the people who work at Access-A-Ride because I know they're trying. I can give you the name of almost every driver, and I can give you all the complaints. But the issue is we just have to keep plugging away, but I hope that coming out of this conference might be some alternatives, some other ideas, et cetera. It is an endless discussion, but unfortunately it has to be had. The other issue, of course, is technology, which you heard something about. I know that you have I would call it the bicycle, driverless cars, et cetera. Who owns the streets? Who should own the streets? How do we make sure that people are safe? And we did actually have a forum on driverless cars because whether it's good or bad, it's coming, I think, to the United States in different forms. We have to know what is safe and what is not. So I think it's great that you're having that discussion. Finally, I just want to mention on the issue of employment. Many of us share a love and respect for Susan Scheer. Susan Scheer is a disabled advocate for many, many years, and she's now the new CEO of the Institute for Career Development, having been in government for a long time. And I think you can look forward to working with her because she's one of these kick-ass type people who gets things done. And she does not wait for others, as we all know, in terms of advocacy and policy, and she's brilliant. So look for her in terms of some of the employment issues that we want to get done for people who are disabled. So I'm here to say thank you once more to the CCVIP, but mostly just the work that you have all done. And to have this conference and this huge turnout for your 10th anniversary is a real credit to everyone. Congratulations. And I look forward to hearing what the workshops have to say because we need to implement whatever you have to say. Thank you very much.